we go. There we go. There we go. There we go, man. It looks a little bright in here, man. Let me see something. Let me see. You know what the part of the night? Are we going red pill? Let's go blue. Let's go blue. All right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Mic check. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. Let me see something. Mic check. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Mic check. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. See something right quick. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Oh man, we in the game. We in the game. We in the game, baby. We in the game. Yeah, we in the game. We in the game. We in the game. Welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. Hey, you could have been anywhere in the world, man, but you're here with me, and I sure do appreciate that. Yeah. As you can see, man, we are over the road in the OTR studios. Next time I want that applause, man. Y'all give me a round of applause, man. Give me more round of applause. Yeah. So, this is your boy, AK Harrison from whoisakharrison.com, man. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. I appreciate that, man. You can also catch me at bigmoneytrucker.com. Y'all see the emblem down there, man. Trying to do a little something, man. We trying to do a little something, man. You know what we're going to be talking about is capitalism again, man. Capitalism and feminism. Feminism is popular out there, man. All right, let me see something. Capitalism and feminism. Women are choosing to not have kids, man. They are choosing to not have kids, okay? And for many reasons, right? For many reasons. And what made me come to this conclusion is that I was on YouTube today, and one of my favorite content creators that I always kind of check out just to see what she's up to. Her name is Slime Pack 392. Shout out to Slime Pack, man. Beautiful content creator. She's a content creator out of North Carolina. She's actually a truck driver as well, man. She does beautiful content, man. I always say that she's more content creator than she is truck driver, because she's a truck driver for priming, but she's getting the hang of that thing, man. Shout out to her. Absolutely, right? So, like I said, I was on her page, and I swear it just came out of the sky, out of nowhere for me, man. I wasn't even looking for it today. I was actually like listening to Rock Marciano. I was listening to some hip hop, and then I was like, man, let me see what some truckers are up to, right? And then she said something that was on point with what I was doing with with some of the research that I have going on right now, and I was like, Lord, you didn't have to do it, but you did it anyhow, man. Hallelujah. 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 Shout out to the Big G for the many blessings that he bestowed on me. I could have been someplace else, man. I could have been covering some old music, but you know I had to get to this schooling, man. So Lord, thank you, thank you, thank you. Go ahead and give him a round of applause. But we're gonna go ahead and watch this video, and then it kind of made me think about some other stuff, man. I was like, you know what? It's not just her who feel this way. It's some other women as well. So let's go ahead and get right on into it. Transition, baby. Boo, yeah, check that out. All right, so that beautiful young lady that you see to my left is SlimePad392. Like I said, she is a beautiful content creator. Go check her out. I got her link down there in the description, man. She does fly content as far as trucking concerned. She basically vlogs her point of view about trucking and trucking with the Prime Inc. She does a great job over there, man. And she has something to say about the current what I want to say, economic conditions maybe, or just feminism. Y'all decide. But it kind of inspired me to do some more digging and some more research on the topic. Let's see.
Now, I had planned on leaving today, but I'm getting ready to go surprise my people at church because they're going to get the baby christened today. And of course, I got to show up for the kids. I got to.
Shout out to the kids. Shout out to the kids. So far, so good.
I love kids. That's not mine. I don't have kids. I don't want kids, but
hold up now.
Now, I had planned on leaving today, but I'm getting ready to go surprise my people at church because they're going to get the baby christened today. And of course, I got to show up for the kids.
Yeah.
I got to. I love kids.
Yeah.
That's not mine. I don't have kids. I don't want kids.
One more time for the road, man. Just one more time.
I got to show up for the kids. I got to. I love kids.
Yeah.
That's not mine.
Yeah.
I don't have kids.
Yeah.
I don't want kids,
Yeah.
but I love kids.
Love kids.
Best part about kids is I can always take them back to their own people. Like, they don't got to be with me 24/7. So, long story short, I'm on the way to my mom.
I love it. I love it. One more time for the road, man. Then we're going to go ahead and get this thing cooking.
Get the baby christened today. And of course, I got to show up for the kids.
Yeah.
I got to.
Yeah.
I love kids. That's not mine. I don't have kids. I don't want kids, but I love kids. The best part about kids is I can always take them back to their own people. Like,
the best thing about kids, when they're not yours, you can take them back to the parents. Or back to the grandma, whoever that got them, to the guardian. Long as it ain't you. Long as it ain't me. Take them back, you know, drop them off. Love on them from a distance, you know, buy them some clothes, buy them some gifts, you know, hug on them, kiss on them, but when they ain't yours, go ahead and take them on back. And women are choosing that lifestyle, okay? They are choosing that lifestyle for whatever reason. For whatever reason, right? And she's not the only one that feels this way. There is a whole community tab, and we're gonna dive deep into this thing, man. And Kevin Samuels, he kind of hit on it, because Kevin Samuels kind of sparked this conversation, if you will. And this ain't necessarily red pill or blue pill talk, man, but maybe it is like a truth of where things are going and for things, for things to come, how things are, right? Gen Z, Generation Z, they're not having any sex at all. And we're going to go through some more videos right quick, man, just to get a highlight and get a feel of what's going on, man, because it's not just an opinion of me, and it's not just one lady that's talking like this right here. Oh no. There is a whole movement going on, and it's been reported in the news, man, and we're going to chop it up and see what's going on, man. There was an article by ABC, and we're going to go ahead and dive right on into that thing, man. All right. There we go. ABC News. Let's get it.
The fertility rate in the U.S. has dropped to an all-time low. From 2023 to 2024, birth rates...
And this is just 2 weeks ago, too. Like, the news articles are out there, but let's go ahead and get it.
Find across all age groups under 35, except for mothers in their 40s, which increased 2% from 2023 to 2024. That's according...
All right, man. So the younger women aren't having kids, but they're putting it off into their latter years. That's interesting.
New CDC report. This is another recent CDC report notes that babies born...
Some cute little babies on day.
To Black moms and rural moms and teen moms have the highest death rates in the U.S. So for more on this, let's bring in emergency psychiatrist and lifestyle medicine doctor.
Hold on, what did she say? Let's run that back.
So for more on this, let's bring in emergency moms and teen moms. The report notes that babies born to Black moms and rural moms and teen moms have the highest death rates in the U.S. So for more on this, let's bring in emergency psychiatrist and lifestyle medicine doctor, Dr. Adjoa Smalls-Monty. Thank you so much for being with us, Dr. Adjoa. Over the past 2 decades, the birth rate in the U.S. has been on a steady decline, with women either choosing not to have children or waiting until later in life. What do you make of these changes, and why do you think that we're seeing it happen?
So thank you for having me, Janae. The rates have declined. Many reasons for that are that people have planned their pregnancies a little bit more. We have access to contraception. People have prioritized their careers. People are also thinking about the financial resources that are required to raise a family. And so that is one of the reasons why.
Contraceptions, hey, you got Plan Bs out there. Is it Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion? They rap about taking Plan Bs with some Hennessy. Right? You go down the contraceptive aisle down there in CVS and Walgreens. Everything you need. Trojans, Magnums. You got all type of lubrications. They got spermicide, the joints that, you can raw dog it up. You can raw dog like a hot dog. You can raw dog like a hot dog, man. Glizzy, no sauce, straight buns. If that's what you want. Pick up a case of beer, Heinekens, Coronas, whatever your taste is, and take a Plan B. Or is it finances? Just can't afford to. I don't want to. Or I just can't afford to. The cost of living is sky high, but let's see what old girl got to say. Thank you.
Or a few of the reasons why the birth rates have been declining in the United States.
It is really interesting because obviously having a child is very expensive. And so, yes, seeing those numbers later in life.
Somewhere, man, it is $250 of $1 million to raise a kid from 0 to 18. And if you got to pay college tuition, that's another $100K. That is 300. Wow, 300,000 for some kids. Imagine if you had one. Imagine if you got 6 or 7 of them, dog. Oh my God, that's $1 million. That is $1 million. Yeah. Big balling is a hobby with them kids, man. Shoot. I was gonna say something, man. My dad, right? I'm gonna put it on my dad. My dad said, man, don't be having a bunch of kids, bro. You have a bunch of kids, you ain't never gonna have nothing. Shout out to Brother Jack. Shout out to Brother Jack, man.
For women over 40 and also seeing fewer teen pregnancies is really interesting to see. And a new CDC report found that the infant death rate was the highest among babies born to Black moms, rural moms, and teen moms. Why is that? And what can be done to prevent these deaths?
Yes, this is a very sad statistic, but something that is not new. And it's sad that this is a problem that continues. And so some of the reasons why the mortality rate is higher in Black moms and rural moms in young mothers as well as one, it could be access to resources, to obstetric services. In rural areas, you may not have access to the specialist doctors in case you have certain complications. We know more and more labor and delivery units are being closed around the country, so we need to focus on...
You know, that's interesting because you would think something that is as natural as having kids, it seemed like it'd be just a drop in the bucket, if you will, you know, because, I mean, we're mammals, right? You know, we're mammals, we're red-blooded, you know, mammals, I'm not going to say animals, but, you know, history of man, you know, we got 200,000 years of doing what we do, right? And it ain't always been modern medicine, you know, there haven't always been a ER, you know, or a birthing table or some fancy hospital to help us out, you know, like one time, you know, women just had their kids and, you know, they, you know, naturally. It's interesting that we still got some mortality rates, you know, here in modern times, right?
Funding these type of units. In addition, transportation might be a problem in rural areas, so it could take a long time to get.
But that goes into a greater point to, you know, people aren't like they used to. Women aren't like they used to. Men aren't like they used to. We're not as resilient as those folks in the past. Like, we got to wear shoes on our feet. You know what I mean? We're not barefooted out here. We got to wear shoes. It's hard to walk around barefooted all day. Have you tried to walk around barefoot lately? Maybe on the beach. But I'm not talking about that, the beach, you know, on a nice summer day. I'm talking about walking around in the woods, right? Because, you know, everywhere ain't grassy. You know, sometimes you're walking on some tree barks and trees and spiders and ant piles and all type of craziness out there, man. And you got to do it with no shoes on. Naked feet. You got naked feet, man. You got to use your naked feet. When the last time you did that? They did that back in the day. And they survived. And they had babies with no epidural. How they did it? How they got here? Resilience, man.
Hospital or to get to a clinic where you can get your regular maternity care. In addition, there are also the other socioeconomic factors that do cause difficulties.
That dude face with this was that a stethoscope? Hey, watch his face right here. His face is hilarious. Watch this.
Difficulties in your pregnancy and in your delivery. So poverty, difficult economic factors.
You see his face?
In addition, there are... the other socioeconomic factors.
Yo, that gotta be AI. That gotta. Oh my God, that is. Look at him.
That do cause.
Hey, you know how that's AI? They're not in a room, right? Like they're out in like the lobby area doing that, man. Oh my God, come on, y'all need to tighten up.
Difficulties and your.
Look at his face. You like. Oh Lord. I guess that's the best they could do, man.
Pregnancy and in your delivery. So poverty can affect your nutrition, your clinics that you are able to go to.
All right, so they keep doubling down on economics, man. They just bought up poverty.
But also there is racism that exists because there.
Say what, lady? Hold up, man. Golly, I wasn't expecting that. I didn't watch the video all the way through. So when she said this, I was not expecting that.
Are able to go to, but also there is racism that exists because there is no reason why Black mothers should have a higher rate of mortality, why Black babies should have a higher rate of mortality. It is the racism that exists in terms of how Black women are listened to when they complain of pain that can denote that a problem might be occurring during their.
Okay, because when she said it earlier, and I saw this image right here, I noticed that it was all white women, right? Which is definitely AI because her hands doesn't look right. Her hands in the middle don't look too right, but they putting it together. But racism, huh? Racism for the infant mortality, man, that is
in delivery during their postpartum period. There have been too many sad stories, and so there needs to be more awareness, more understanding, more treating people with concern when they bring up things that are happening during their pregnancy. But also, this is for people anywhere. It's not only Black women, although that is a higher statistic, but it is all women that are going into the hospital that are having a child. We have to take their concerns seriously.
So many important things you touched on, the underlying issue of racism that we've heard so many experts point to, and the maternal disparities that we've seen, and also the maternal care deserts that impact so.
You know what? I wasn't expecting that. Shout out to them.
Many Americans around.
Hold up. So we got one more news story that we're gonna go ahead and cover. Then we're gonna get into some trending conversations concerning that issue. Let me see.
Listen to this.
What CBS News got to say about it.
Birth rate in the U.S. is dropping and actually hit an all-time low in 2024. Fewer than 1.6 children were born per woman last year. And in the early 1960s, the total fertility rate was around 3.5.
Woo! So in the 60s, they had 2 boys and a girl and a dog. The Brady Bunch. I remember the Brady Bunch. There was a story of a lovely lady who was bringing up 3 ladies of her own. All of them have hair of gold, like their mother. The youngest one in curls. There's a story of a man named Brady who was bringing up 2 boys of his own. Dun, 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 dun. That's how we became the Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch. Dun, dun, dun. The Brady Bunch. Dun, dun, dun. They had 3 kids. Animated. Each. Shoot. And now 1.6. I don't even. What is the 0.6? Good God. I guess that's a They got a 1 kid and 2 medium dogs maybe. A dog and a turtle or something. Maybe a dog and a turtle. But that's it. We ain't got too many more mouths to feed. But let's see what we got. Let's report, man.
But a CDC review of birth certificates released earlier this year found a 1% increase in live births in 2024. That's about 33,000 more than the year prior.
Okay.
Here to explain is Dr. Joanne Stone. She's a maternal fetal medicine specialist and a professor and chair at the Icahn School of Medicine at Mount Sinai. Dr. Stone, thank you so much for joining us.
Let's go.
So my first question is, explain what this means, that the fertility rate is dropping, but the number of births increased.
So the general fertility rate means the number of births given to women who are aged 15 to 44 per 1,000 women. So while the number of births actually increased, the number of births per woman decreased. So there's just a larger pool. And it's really interesting when you break it down into age-specific numbers. So women aged 15 to 34 had a decline in number of births. Women aged...
All right, so teenage births. Teenage girls are not having kids like they used to. That's a good thing, man. Teenage pregnancy. Shout out to the decrease of teenage pregnancy. And they're skipping their 20s and they're skipping through their 30s too. Shout out to them, man. Alright. They're making this thing. They're making good decisions. They are making some excellent decisions. My body, my choice. They're going down that aisle in CVS. They're picking up a Plan B, and some Trojans. Okay. Shout out to the Trojan man and women too. Pick up a case of beer too. Anybody, and let me know down in the comment section, how old do you have to be to purchase condoms? Can you just purchase condoms? Just walk in there at any old age, like, hey, here's $10. I'm gonna grab me a box of, gold packs. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna get me the gold packs. Or maybe pick up some Durex. You know what I mean? Pick up the Durex, man. Shout out to the Durex. The old Durex.
35 to 39 were stable, and women who are 40 to over had an increase in births. So it's really those women in their 40s.
Okay, so the women who are, they're waiting until they're older to have kids, man, when they're more mature, more financially stable, if you will,
that are driving that small increase in births.
And doctor, do we know why we're seeing a decline in the fertility rate?
Well, fertility rate, I think, is an indicator of public health. So I think we have to ask the question, why is that? And I think things like access to reproductive care, health economics, the cost of living, housing, and paid parental leave are key factors to that decrease in birth rates.
All right, so they got this little chart up here, man. Let's go ahead and read this thing off. People marrying later. Okay. Financial concerns. Worried over money, health insurance, and other resources. Okay. And this is reported by the CDC. U.S. fertility rate hits all-time low.
I do see a dip in the fertility rate like this. Is that something we should be concerned about? Why does that matter?
I think it matters because there's less people coming into the workplace. I mean, years from now, we're going to have less work.
Come on, that what I was calling. Wrong button, because we need more people in the workplace. Come on, man. We need people to work. Come on, man, this is America. America thrives off workers.
Less people in the classroom. So I think that it does have a large impact on the overall population.
Now, the Trump administration has actually been trying to encourage Americans to have more children. We're seeing benefit.
Okay, so what is Trump trying to do to help combat the low birth rates, man?
Expanded access to IVF, baby bonuses to families, things like that. Could those potentially be effective?
I think there's a lot of controversy about that. What is the actual impact going to be? So that executive bill is asking for recommendations. I'm not sure it's going to impact our low-income women and have access to those women who seek those kind of care. And we know the maternity deserts across rural America.
Let's read that
kind of
back
care.
again, man.
And we know the.
All right. So, new child savings account. Babies born between 2025 and 2028, you are going to get a whopping $1,000. You are going to break the bank with this one, man. You're going to get yourself a nice $1,000 direct deposit. Taxpayer contribution gonna be $5,000 a year though. Okay. Okay. $5,000 a year. What y'all think about that? $5,000 per year. Taxpayers. Is that good? Is that bad? Will it be useful? I think that that government deposit should be annually. Definitely twice a year at the very least. Okay? To really make it worth a person's while, maybe once a month. Okay? You know, we're talking about raising a kid, man. We're talking about raising a family, dog. One time deposit, that's not enough. That's not going to do it right there. No. You know, people, these modern women, they blow that on the weekend, man. They blow $1,000, man, on the weekend, dog. Shoot, that's a trip to the beach, man. Man, look, that's a trip on a cruise, man. When the last time you been to Disney World? Last time you been to Universal Studios? Especially when you ain't got no old sugar daddy. When you ain't no sugar baby, you done blew that $1,000. How about tires? Man, listen. I could keep going. Shout out to the women who making it happen though. And who's avoiding having them babies, man. Let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. Let's go.
Those women who seek those kind of care. And we know the maternity deserts across rural America. So I think it remains to be seen what that impact will be.
And when we talk about the fertility rate, I mean, is it economical? Is it cultural? Is it a lot of factors that are influencing this?
I think it's a lot of factors, and I think the fact that we're seeing women in their 40s show that women are delaying childbearing for both personal and professional reasons. Medical advances are really important. You know, advances in reproductive technology are helping women who are older to have children. But I think, you know, overall, that's what's driving that change.
I remember last year when women freezing their eggs was a thing. Not last year. I mean, years ago, right? Yeah, years ago, women were freezing their eggs, and like, I'm waiting until I turn older, you know, to have kids. And now I guess that is starting to play off, man. Shout out to those news articles. All right, man, so we're going to go ahead and get to the TikToks, man. We're going to get to the TikToks. Are y'all ready for some TikToks? I said, are you ready for some TikTok? Let's go ahead and get to it, dog.
Sucks when you don't have anyone around to help you and you have to carry this baby and push this stroller at the same time. You guys make motherhood look...
Oh, let me get on screen, dog. We gotta run that back, ain't it?
Sucks when you don't have anyone around to help you and you have to carry this baby and push this stroller at the same time.
First of all, this girl just I'm gonna let old girl call it, man.
You guys make motherhood look so miserable and so taxing. And it was killing me when the whole 21 with no kids trend was going around. And you guys were like, how dare you speak on motherhood? You don't know. Why are you speaking on us? Because y'all tell us that y'all are miserable. I've never seen content of somebody with a lot of kids happy. I'm sorry. I never seen them happy, thriving, having a good time. Every day is. And then the thing is, we always want to clock the baby mamas, but it's like, when you push them kids out, at the end of the day, there's a chance you can end up by yourself. I don't pray it for anyone and I don't wish it on anyone, but it's like...
Hey, man, she talking some talk, dog. She is talking some talk, man. Like, for years, you know, the mother's been like, man, don't have any kids. Don't have any kids. Don't have any kids. And now we're starting to see the repercussions of that, man. As you can see, mama on TikTok said, I got 3 babies and it's hard out here. On TikTok. For the world to see. Advertisement, if you will. Putting it on blast. This is motherhood in the 21st century. 21st century mothers. TikTok moms, if you will. Man, I'm coining some phrases. I need to go ahead and start getting paid for this stuff, man. TikTok moms.
Even the married people, they be getting divorced. They don't have no help. Not to endorse baby mama culture, but it's just like, y'all make me not want to have kids. Anytime we see kids, it's suffering behind it. Y'all say y'all suffering. Y'all...
Woo. 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 So, she just brought up the fact that she said that, man, every time y'all bring up motherhood, it comes with suffering. It's never a good thing. It doesn't look pleasant. It doesn't look pleasing. It doesn't look joyful. It doesn't look fun. It looks draining. It looks the opposite of happiness. It looks the opposite of joy. It looks the opposite of pleasing. Just wrong. Just op. No way.
Have no help. You can't work the job you want to work because you don't have childcare. You can't spend money on yourself because you like. It just seemed like suffering. It don't seem like a happy. I've never seen motherhood packaged good.
She says she's never seen motherhood in a happy, visible place, man. Like, yo, every time. That's a wild statement, but I'm gonna go ahead and just rock with it because this is what she said, right? She's never seen a happy mom. It's always hard work. It's always a struggle. It's always a fight. All my life I had to fight. All my life I had to fight my mama. I had to fight my daddy. I had to fight my brother. But I'd be damned if I had to fight in my own home. Y'all did that.
Even in my personal life, like, I've never seen it and have been enthusiastic to do it. It always looks like suffering. Like, seriously. Sucks when you don't have anyone around to help you.
To the man who was in my DM saying, oh, the reason why you don't want to have kids is because you are lazy and you want to avoid responsibility, you ate with that one because you really know my mind, because that's exactly how I think. Bitch, I don't want to be responsible for myself half the time. Every day.
Shout out to her. It's work, work, work. You heard what Rihanna said? It's work, 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 work. Taking care of kids is work, 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 work. You saw the previous mom, she had 3 kids. Work, 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 work. Hey, man. People want to be lazy. You see where she's at? She's laying down, enjoying herself. She could be doing a million things. But she's choosing to lay down. Because she can. No kids to respond to. No kids to bother her. If she want to be lazy today, she going to be lazy today. I ain't stressing today.
I pray and wish I could go back to being a kid. Yeah, I don't want. Why? That's what most people who don't want to have. We don't want responsibilities. Like, I don't want no heavy ass responsibility like that. I am not trying to be responsible for nobody's life, nobody fuck up, nobody nothing. So yeah, you ate that one, mama. Ooh. To the man who was in my DM saying,
"Hey man, shout out to her." Let's go.
I still find it very interesting that a lot of parents in particular believe that child-free women are going to regret our decisions when we're old.
All right, so with this child-free women will regret not having kids later. That's the title of the video.
Regret not having kids. We're going to be in our old age sitting around regretting that we didn't have kids. Okay. First of all, there's no guarantee that any of us are going to live to even be old. Let's start there. Tomorrow is promised to...
And she's a trucker too, man. Shout out to her. She got on her safety vest. Shout out to her. And how you can tell that she's a trucker, she got the not only the safety vest. If you see the seat belt right here, that seat belt, that is a safety colored seat belt right there. And if you look to her left, right, you can see this worn out armrest, okay? That armrest, okay, that comes from truckers them heavy body truckers leaning, okay? When you leaning and driving, that's what that comes from right there. 11-hour drive shift, that's what that looks like right there. Probably got some slip seating situation going on, you know what I'm saying? Big body trucker, leaning and driving. That's what they do right now. Right? Lean and drive. You can tell by the black tape right here, the electrical tape, instead of just swapping out the armrest, because people, these trucking companies, they like to skimp and slide, when it comes to, fixing and maintaining their vehicles and stuff like that. But they got some tape for you and the engine is working. Go ahead and get to work. Lean and drive. All right, back to the video.
We don't want when we're old. Regret not having kids. We're going to be in our old age sitting around regretting that we didn't have kids. Okay. First of all, there's no guarantee that any of us are going to live to even be old.
That's true.
Let's start there. Tomorrow is promised to absolutely no one.
That's true.
That's the first thing. Second,
her hair is beautiful too, man. Shout out to the nice hair. Golly. Like, I'm looking at her like, man, she got that natural thing going. Like, sheesh.
You can't regret not doing something that you never wanted in the first place, right? So that's just like somebody telling me you're going to
Hold up. You can't regret not having kids if you've never wanted to have kids. I don't want no kids. You heard the previous girl. I'm being lazy. She was in the bed. This was at work. I don't want one's in the bed, one's at work. You see what she got to say? She got 5 minutes.
Not going to school to be a lawyer. I don't want to be a lawyer. You're going to regret not going to school to be a doctor. I don't want to be a doctor. Like the hours, all that you have to give up, a whole nother 12 years of school, like starting first grade through 12th grade all over again, because that's how long it takes. 4 years of undergrad, 4 years of med school, 4 years of residency. 12 years. I don't want to do that. Like, I'm not going on call. I don't want to live that life. I don't want to have a high pay.
I know that's right. You hear what she said? I am making a choice to do things on my own terms. No student loans. No sitting in a classroom. No typing on the computer, online classes. I'm getting to the money. I know where the money's at. No stress. Woo. I don't have to deal with student loans paying them back. I don't have to turn in the paper. I don't have to get up out my bed other than to go get to the bag. Shout out to her. She's working a local gig, so she's probably doing, I'm going to say about 70, maybe 80K.
Well, more than 3 patients is too much for me. So hundreds, absolutely not. Right? I'm not going to regret that because I never wanted to do it.
Yeah.
Same thing with kids.
Talk that talk, man.
I'm not going to look back with my cats when I'm 80 years old and say, I should have had kids. Now, for the sake of argument, let's say that I do regret it. Let's say I'm 80 years old, I'm in my rocking chair, and I got my 10 cats, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, damn, what was I thinking, man? I should have popped out some babies. I should have turned myself into a baby factory. What the hell was I thinking? And let's say I regret it. Do you know how long that regret is going to last? I wouldn't even give it 5 minutes. I will sit there and think about that I should have did it, and then I know I can't now, so I'm not going to dwell on it. And then in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to be worried about what I'm going to eat for dinner, and my day's going to go on. Y'all be acting like people who sit in regret are just going to sit somewhere and stew, and maybe some of y'all do that, but I don't think people stew over and over and over about a decision that they never wanted to make.
Talk that talk, man. She's saying, yo, while you're young, I ain't worried about that. I'm young. I don't care. I don't care. I'm gonna be young. And whenever I get old and I'm in a rocking chair, we'll cross that bridge. But for now, you see this hair? My hair is fabulous. When you got kids, you can't do your hair like this. I done got this thing all curled up, poofed up. I got a frohawk. If I had 2-3 babies running around, it would have been a sad hawk. We ain't going out like that. We ain't going out with the sad hawk. We can come to work looking fly, rested. Look like she got on light makeup on her own terms. Shout out to her, man. Let's keep going.
But I promise you, your regret is not going to last very long. Like me and how resilient I am, I give it 5 minutes, tops. Right?
I know that's
Let's
right.
take it a step further. Let's say I absolutely regret not having kids. I'm sitting there and I'm stewing about it.
Yeah.
And it's ruining my life. It's ruining what 20 years I got left or less, right? I would much rather regret not having kids than regret having them. That's worse. And I'll tell you why it's worse. Because if I just sit around and regret not having kids, but I didn't have any, I'm only hurting myself. If I have them and then regret having them, like many women do, which I'm going to go live later, and we're going to talk about all the mothers who regret motherhood, right? Because they exist. They're all over the place, actually, right? If I am a mother who regrets it, I'm not only hurting myself, now I'm hurting innocent children, because kids know if their parents don't like them.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I know a mom right now, man. She absolutely hate her 2 sons, man. She hate her sons so much, and she is jealous of her sons. Like she's jealous of them. You know, she was married twice, man, and she's mad because the dad or the dads care more about the boys than they do her. Like, yeah, you're a priority, but these kids, they're a priority, and that's probably a point that, you know, we could probably talk about too, right? Like the son, like the dads, you know, they love their kids more, especially the boys, man. They pour more energy in what appears to, because I'm not even going to say that they do. Men, husbands pour more energy into their sons, right? They're raising a man. They're raising a man. There's a whole lot of energy that goes into that. There's a whole lot of a whole lot of resources that goes into that. A whole lot of time that goes into that. And the mom jealous about that. And regret having sons. Regret it. Speak all kind of ill will over their names and all over their lives, man. I done seen it all. I know what she's talking about. Just get it.
Know that their parents don't want them around or regret them or whatever. They pick up on that. So now I'm going to cause emotional trauma to innocent children. Subject them into a world where they're going to be depressed and you know, all types of emotional things because they were not wanted. Because their mother or father didn't want them.
Man.
That I could not live with. I could live with my own regret, only hurting myself. I would not be able to live with hurting children.
Let me tell you something. As bold as you stand right now, I'm almost certain that you would be able to get over it too, man. You'll get over
emotionally like that because I don't really want them. Okay? That's the thing. So either way you slice the pie, I'm still making the right decision to not have kids.
No, that's
because you have to weigh the pros and the cons. Like I said the other day, there are no cons to being child free. Not a one. You can think that there are cons if you want to. That's your business. You ain't gonna convince me. You couldn't pay me Jeff Bezos money to convince me of one con in being child free. I can name you 3,000 for having kids though. So this whole about regret is a moot point. You can't regret something you never wanted in the first place. And I would much rather regret not having kids than regret having them. So those are my thoughts on that. Leave your comments below.
Hey, shout out to her, man. Woo. Shout out to her. Shout out to that beautiful hair. Hey. She said a whole bunch, man. She said, hey, there will be no regrets over here because I never wanted them in the first place. And if that day comes when I'm old and gray with some cats, the only regret will be is that, I'm glad that I did not bring these kids into the world and make their lives miserable. Whew. Let's go.
I just seen this post and it said, adults that's struggling with no kids, what the fuck is you out here doing? Bitch!
Yo, first off, shout out to her, man. Shout out to her with the bonnet on her head, dog. You know, when you're comfortable and you ain't got no kids, she probably ain't got a man either. If she do have a man, she chilling at the house. No significant other, no significant other, no kids. I ain't going over to no job. I ain't gotta look presentable for nobody but myself. Boy, a stress-free life. Let's go.
Posting that said, adults that's struggling with no kids, what the fuck is you out here doing? Bitch, struggling right with y'all dirty ass. The fuck? You think just cause we ain't got no badass gold teeth, silver cap ass kids, we ain't out here struggling, ho? Bitch, we out here living off a $36,000 income.
Yeah. Hey, baby girl, you need to go ahead and get your CDL then if you got 36,000, wow. Because you got plenty time on your hand. Go ahead, get your CDL, start driving trucks, man. Hey, put me down as a referral, okay? Get your CDL. I know people. You know what I'm saying? I know a good company. They'll hook you up. Get that 36,000 up to 50,000 your first year. Holla at your boy.
No food stamps, $2,000 in rent, no tax money, bitch. Fuck is you talking about? Just
2,000 in rent. Now, we already 2,000 in rent. Good Lord, let me tell you, dog. You can't afford to have kids if you're paying rent. That's $2K out of 36,000. That's, man, sheesh. You ain't even tax it yet. What, at 24? No. You gotta tax that. So 20. Got 20 grand left. Gotta eat. Shit, she probably can't afford to go nowhere, ain't it? Gotta stay at the house.
we got the freedom to get up and go work 96 hours don't mean we want to, bitch. Fuck y'all hoes. And fuck them little raggedy ass kids that be wearing their uniform on the weekends and shit. They badass. I just seen this post and it said, adults that's struggling with no kids, what the fuck is you out here doing? Bitch, struggling right with y'all dirty ass. The fuck? You think just cause we ain't got no badass gold teeth, silver cap ass kids, we ain't out here struggling, ho? Bitch, we out here living off a $36,000 income. No food stamps, $2,000 in rent, no tax money, bitch. Fuck is you talking about? Just cause we got the freedom to get up and go work 96 hours don't mean we want to, bitch. Fuck y'all hoes. And fuck them little raggedy ass kids that be wearing their uniform on the weekends and shit. They badass. I just seen this post and it said, adults that struck.
Boy, shout out to her. And then she said, silver cap teeth. It be them kids with the caps on their teeth, man, that be bad too. They got caps on, they got silver caps. They bad, bro. They bad. They bad and they got a bad dental plan. They bad.
Kids are the greatest creations any human can create on this earth. Then why don't y'all act like it?
Shout out to her. Why don't the people who have kids, they keep going, they keep bringing up that same idea, right? Like, yo, y'all make parenting look like a struggle.
If kids are the greatest thing to happen on this planet, why are there 600,000 children a year in foster care?
Now, I had did some research on it. It's
if kids are so wanted in...
Whoa. Slow down. I did some research. It's not quite 600K like she said. It's more like just under 400,000. Even though 600K is way off from 400K, the point is taken, right? There are a lot of kids in foster care. But when you think about the big picture though, right? Shoot, you got what? How many millions of people in America? Right? And since she's black, let's just focus on black people, right? You have 40 million black people in America. Even if you had 400, let me see, out of 400,000, do the math on that, maybe 10,000 of those kids, right, are black, maybe. I'm just trying to do like a population, right? 13% of the population. You know what I'm saying? You know? But that's a lot. 10,000 kids in foster care, you know. Why don't y'all go pick up them crackhead babies though? Why don't y'all go? Why? This is the question that she's asking. Why don't you go pick up the crack babies? Why don't you go get the babies with the birth defects? Why don't you go get the baby that was in the bad situation? Why don't you go get them? Give them a loving home. They need love too. Go get the kids who mom and dad probably died in a car accident. Go get them. Don't just let them sit in foster care. The ones who mom and dad strung out on drugs, who grandma and grandpa died, go get them. Who ain't got no other kids, the one that was born trash can baby like Brenda done had another baby, dropped them off at the church, dropped the baby off at the fire department. Don't just leave the baby there. If kids are so wanted and so needed and so loved, that's what she said.
So needed and so loved, why is there over 500,000 kids in foster care waiting to be adopted if y'all care so much about these children? You're an adult, quit fucking lying. It's really weird how a lot of y'all, you older than me, I'm 100% sure you're older than me, and you have this mentality. It's 2024, not 1950. Get with the fucking times. I don't know what's wrong with you people. Get with the times. Get your head out of the sand. It's 2024. Kids are...
Alright, so she said that it's 2024, man. Young women, they're not having kids, man. They're not having kids, and they don't care about having kids. Shout out to her.
Comments like this are kind of why I stopped.
Hold up. Of course it's freaking hard. Your whole purpose in life is to have kids. What y'all think about that, right? What y'all think about the idea of women and men were put here on this earth to be fruitful and to multiply like the Bible said? Maybe you could be fruitful and multiply in some other areas, right? Not just in having kids. Maybe you can be fruitful and multiply when it comes to economics, not just in family. Let's see where she goes with this.
Recording as much as I used to, why I stopped coming on TikTok as much as I used to, because who the fuck has time to come on here every fucking day and argue with dumbass people like this? Your whole purpose in...
Hey, I forgot another bonnet bandit. Let's go. Cooking too.
Is to have kids. No, motherfucker, and I keep saying this a million times, it's your purpose to have kids. If that's your purpose, if that's your desire, then so be it. But why do y'all try to force everybody else into your fucking dreams and your fucking...
I wonder, do they try to, all parents, right, all women, maybe even some men, do they try to push their ideologies? Do they push their beliefs on other people? You know, I wonder do they do that, you know, at a high clip? Or is it just her? Maybe it's just on the internet, you know. I don't think that it happens like that in real life. I just don't.
Life goals. If you ain't had kids, then you have them. I think I said this like 2,000 times. Like, y'all don't fucking listen. Y'all don't fucking comprehend anything. That's why I stopped making child-free videos this much. Y'all are annoying. Y'all are annoying and insufferable. There's no fucking way I'm gonna keep doing this shit. I said what the fuck I said for 2 years, and that's all. Bye.
So for 2 years, she been on the campaign that, yo, I'm not having any kids. Shout out to her. Whew.
Yeah, I'm having kids now in my early 20s so I can really enjoy my 40s. Like, I will be home free in my 40s. I'll be able to do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to have my kids in my 30s so I can really enjoy my 20s. I really want to enjoy my 20s. So I'm going to wait, and I'm going to have kids in my 30s. Is having kids not enjoyable?
No. Haven't you been paying attention? Absolutely not. No. You do realize it's the mothers telling us that it's not enjoyable. We don't know because we don't have kids, so who else are we supposed to listen to?
Shout out to that content creator. Next up, let's go.
I'm almost 43. I'm child free. This was
She says she's 43, almost 43, and she's child free. Let's go. I don't know, man. She got the armpits waxed. She got the girls, the dirty pillows sitting up nice. Look like she riding foreign. I mean, got that yaki flowing. Got that yaki flowing too. Shout out to the yaki. Man, she looks fabulous though, man. Let's see what she got to say.
intentionally. And I don't think that I should ever be shamed for my choice not to have a child. I'm an aunt, and I would be pulled limb from limb for those kids, but I still don't want any. I feel like we've been conditioned by society to feel like as women, it's like our life's purpose because we were gifted by God to have children. And I've always known at a very young age that that was not something that I wanted to participate in. So as your big sister or aunt, I want to tell you young ladies, if you decide not to have kids, that is okay, my love. And if you do want to have kids, baby, listen to me. It should be a well thought out, planned thing.
I don't know, something about her don't seem quite right, man. She got on the Dior chain, shout out, and choker. Okay, she's fancy though.
You should absolutely take into consideration the person that you are having that kid or those children with. That is not.
I agree. That, hey, she hit a point right there, okay? Who you're having your kids with play a big part, right? You know what I'm saying? So many of us, we choose struggle love. Man, we choose the struggle love, and we'll be like, oh my God, I got this. I met this person in the struggle, and we are struggling together, and we are going to work this thing out. And when we hit a bumpy road, we're going to have us a baby, and this baby is going to be a symbol of our love, and it's going to draw us closer. And you know what? The baby never does. As a matter of fact, it puts a wedge in between you two. Because if y'all were having some problems before the baby, man, that baby's going to be some extra stress. So now you're struggling with a baby. Now you got some more mess. You got mess on mess on mess. So she hitting on something, dog. Who you having a baby with plays a big part, man. You know what I'm saying? You got you nice, responsible young man or young woman who gonna get up and go to work and go to church and praise the Lord and bring the bacon home to you. Gonna stay home and not cheat, and that's just boring, you know? Oh, boring significant other. Just predictable. You know where they are, what they doing, around the clock. Ain't no hassle. Those be the best kind of relationships that you can have a baby with, man. Let's finish up this video right quick.
Something that God intended for you to do alone, and that's happening way too much in our society. I love you. Whatever you decide, I love you.
Shout out to her, man. 43. You know, she had some work done. You can see that she had some work done. Like I said, she looked like she riding in something foreign. You see them leather seats that she's sitting on. Wood grain, good weed, good drink, big money, nigga. Rolling in something foreign on leather, sipping wood grain. I handle my business, so I think I decided to get roll. To roll. Yeah. Shout out to her.
I'm a 41-year-old healthy black woman with no kids who happens to be divorced.
All right, man. Another 40-year-old woman with no kids. Shout out to her. And she's divorced too.
And I get all kinds of questions and assumptions. Let's talk about it. Now, I don't always talk about the fact that I am divorced. I'm not ashamed, but it's just not something that I share openly with any and everybody.
Okay.
But when people learn that I'm 41 and I don't have kids, the first question is, why don't you have kids? Or don't you want kids? First of all, that question is pretty doggone bold, and it's also pretty insensitive. I know plenty of women my age, younger or older, who don't have kids, and I'm sure they don't like this question either. Many women don't have kids for various reasons. Let's talk about some of mine.
Okay.
Now, before we talk about the reasons I don't have kids, I want to point out the fact that I know that some of you that ask are assuming that we're either incomplete, we're selfish, or all kinds of other things that probably are not even true about most women that don't have kids. You might also think that we're regretful, and if we are, that's our business too. I'm very much aware that there are women my age who don't have kids who actually desire to have children. Okay. Maybe they are having fertility issues or they haven't quite found a spouse yet. And my heart goes out to them, but that's not the case for me. I don't have kids for a variety of reasons. I don't not have kids because I'm not married, because I had the opportunity to have kids when I was married. Okay. But I went into my marriage not wanting kids. Let's be for real. And then there was a point that I did want kids. But then I started to realize, if you have kids in this relationship, you could potentially regret that decision. Now, what you may or may not...
Hold on. We just hit on, man. The previous woman said, yo, who you with matters. Who you decide to have kids with, it matters. She just come back around, double down on the idea, like, yo, if I have a kid in this relationship right here, so many of men and women hate their baby mothers and baby fathers. So many of them. Wrong sound effect. So many men and women hate their baby daddy and baby father, man. It is just an absolute shame. Like, how did you have a kid with that person in the first place? How? Like, how? Why? Like, you couldn't see 20 years down the road? No, you just in the moment. Ooh, and then an hour. Ooh, and then an hour. Ooh, chiwale. Ooh, chiwale wale. Ooh, chi bang bang. In the moment. Now look at you. 20 years and you're miserable. Can't stand your baby mother and baby father. Man, let's go.
Is that my ex-spouse actually had a child of his own. That was perfect for me. I didn't need to bless him with children. He already had his own. And through the years, I realized that parenthood really is a calling. It's a lifetime commitment to a person that you will love and support and go through stuff with for the rest of your life.
That's a fact.
Outside of marriage, I was not ready for that. And I'm still not quite ready for that. Now, I will say there was a point in my marriage where I did want kids, but that was a very short-lived feeling. Now, once I got out of my marriage, I was probably around 37, 38 years old, and I kept telling myself, if you decide to have children, you do have time. I still have time at 41, but I've decided that that's just not something that I want to put my body through. It's not something that I financially want to commit to, and that's just where I am, and I'm okay with that. And just like I was open...
Hey, man, come on, man. Hey, shout out to her on her own terms. At least that's what she said, right? You know, like, I can if I want to. I can if I want to. I don't want to put my body through it, because it is a lot of stress on the body. You put a baby in your stomach, the kids be putting stretch marks on these women, and, extra weight gain, and it just be crazy. Body be going haywire. And she said, nah, not me, Jack. Not me. Finances, she probably get to go wherever she wants to, go on trips, every I got a friend who said that she got to go on a trip, she got to go on vacation every season. So every 3 months she on vacation somewhere. That's what she said. And so far she been making good on that on TikTok. Check her out, man.
Naturally to marry a man that already had a child. I'm open to marrying a man in the future who already has a child or children of his own. That way the pressure is not on me to have kids, and we can just live our lives happily ever after. Now, do I think moms are absolutely amazing and that they're like blessed with this super special gift and this supernatural ability and strength to be the mothers that they are to their children? Absolutely. Do I feel like I'm missing out? Not necessarily. Like I said, I'm willing to marry a man that has kids. And the likelihood of me finding a man at my age that doesn't have children, you do the math. I think there are so many reasons why Black women who are in their 40s decide not to have children, or even in their 30s decide not to have children. And so I want to talk about it more. I want to talk about some of the questions that I get asked as a 41-year-old Black woman who happens to be divorced, and some of the assumptions that are out there.
Okay.
So if you relate to this video or you're interested in this topic, stay tuned because there will be more. And if you have friends who decided not to have children and they feel like they might be a little...
Oh, she's wrapping it up, man. Shout out to her. She said that she's open to date a man or marry a man who already has kids and who doesn't desire to have more, basically. Shout out to her.
Yeah, if you want 10 kids, I don't want no kids. That's not gonna work.
You don't want no kids?
I don't think so.
All right, dang, you just hit me with a last. Why don't you want kids?
I always say this probably for I got a twin sister and she has twin sons, so I got twin nephews. But she always wants me to have a baby. She wants me to have a little girl. And for her, I always say, if a husband found me, and that's what...
And you know what? A lot of times, right, the way that she put it, somebody else put the idea of having, a kid on you, right? Man, my kids need cousins, my kids need some friends to grow up. Or it could be your mom or your dad. I'm ready to be a grandparent, when you're going to have some kids so I can be a grandparent. I'm going to keep it a buck, too. A lot of these grandmothers these days and grandfathers, they don't want to be no damn grandfather, bro. They ain't trying to be no grandparent, bro. They trying to get they trying to live out some of their years as free as they can. Go back to her. Let's go.
Have a little girl. And for her, I always say, if I found... If a husband found me and that's what happened, I might be open to it. Like if I found, a good situation, I felt stable and we don't have to worry about money, but even still.
I wonder what her nationality is, right? Because she's probably just tanned, but she looks great though. Because her tats are colored in. She got some green on her. You know what I'm saying? And she got a certain tone in her voice,
That does not appeal to me because I see kids and I be like,
okay, so they give you.
So when she see kids, she's like, ugh. She jumps back like, Comedian Bill Burr, man, before he got married, he had this one joke. Well, he was like, one time, is that a kid? Get that thing away from me. Because there's just so much that comes with the kid, especially being in the entertainment business. You know, you get accusations and just the hassle of like, get the heck, get away from me. And here she is. She's like, ugh. But she's gonna dive deeper into it though.
Ick factor. Like,
yeah, I don't like kids.
Okay, so they give you the ick factor. Like,
yeah, I don't like kids.
You don't like kids.
Like, I would be nice to a child, but I don't like them.
You don't like the responsibility of having to raise someone else that isn't.
Just even looking at them, they be like dirty, their nose is running. It just be a lot.
Okay.
You know? And like, I want to travel. I want to eat at the nice restaurants. It just does not go with my lifestyle, I don't think.
Yo, let me tell you something a little bit, right?
Yeah, if you want 10 kids, I don't want no kids.
I love the girls though. I love the girls that's like all about them, putting themselves first. Like
sometimes I be envying
selfish.
The girls.
All right, so the caption on this video says Queen Najee opens up about sometimes feeling envious of single women with no kids because their lifestyle seems simpler. Says she wishes she had time to devote to her personal growth. I never got a chance to learn myself. Man. Alright, let's cook. Let's go.
The girls. Sometimes I envy the girls, and I hate to say this, but I'm just be real. It's about being real, right?
Right.
Sometimes I envy the girls that get to wake up with no kids and like literally get to design their apartment the way that they want and like literally go and just do whatever they want.
Just do everything for them. I literally was telling my other friend that the other day, I was like the girls that don't got kids and they don't have like all the other things like we have, like their lives look so like
it looks so organized.
They house be clean all the time.
And it's just like
their clothes be perfect.
It's so crazy. I don't like. Let's not say this because I love my kids. I got 2 kids, by the way. She got 1 kid. If y'all don't know, she's a new mommy.
Yeah, I just had it. Well, like it's been a year. I ain't gonna say I'm that
she
new.
just had a baby a year ago, and shoot, I started with I had CJ at 19. Yeah. I got married at 19.
Right.
And then like from that relationship that failed, I went right into another relationship.
So you
and then had another baby. Like, and so I've never gotten a chance
know yourself, like to know you or to do you.
It's really hard. Like I'm still trying to learn.
I wonder, right? Because she said that she had her first kid when she was 19. She didn't have a chance to learn herself because she went from one relationship to another relationship, bringing on another kid. I wonder, because she looks, you know, she looks great, right? She's a pretty woman, and she kind of reminds me of Travis Hunter's wife, right? And she's married and she's young, and I wonder, will there be a time and a day when she regrets and she looks back like, man, I wish I could have done something different, you know? It's
self, like outside of just music, and like I'm trying to learn myself while still trying to become a wife too.
A wife.
And the best mom.
A better mom. I get you.
It's hard to do all of that. Like, I feel like sometimes I gotta choose.
Well, you do. And I feel like a lot of women deal with that. Like, and then we go through depression sometimes because we do lose ourselves in the process because we're trying to be all these things at one time.
Man, they just brought up the depression word, man. Whew. Imagine being a mom, being a wife, right? This is information, they're talking to each other, but they're putting this out for potential new moms, for younger ladies, for younger women to check out, hear this story.
And not just be ourselves, but it's like you can't really just be just yourself. You have to be
a mom.
You have to wear.
You got to do the title.
You got to do all of it. Yeah. A wife is a totally different thing, category, whatever label.
That's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother.
And then a
episode.
mom is a totally different job, and then you yourself. That's
how
totally
do you? I know you be asking me questions, but how do you?
I love the girls though. I love the girls that's like all about them putting themselves.
Whenever I tell people that I don't want to have kids and they tell me some shit like that's selfish, I be so confused because is that supposed to be insulting? Like truly, it's like duh, bitch. Hello, that's the point. I can be selfish. You know why I can be selfish? Because I don't have no little human depending on me.
Ooh, you better talk. You better talk spicy.
I be so confused because is that supposed to be insulting? Like truly, it's like duh, bitch. Don't want to have kids and they tell me some shit like that's selfish. I be so confused because is that supposed to be insulting? Like truly, it's like duh, bitch. Hello, that's the point. I can be selfish. You know why I can be selfish? Because I don't have no little human depending on me. And I don't have no life enmeshed with some man that's going to be emotionally detached to my decision that I'm going to have to consider in every aspect. No, I don't want to do that. That doesn't sound interesting. I like freedom. I like sovereignty. I like to do what the fuck I want, when I want, how I want. I don't need permission. I don't need to answer to nobody.
Now, I hear some people in the background. I wonder who apartment that is. Is that her apartment? Is that a sister's apartment? Is that an old man's apartment? But what she's saying sounds good, though. Girlfriend apartment. Ooh. She talking spicy.
She detached to my decision that I'm going to have to consider in every aspect. No, I don't want to do that.
Hold on, you saw her eye?
Some man that's going to be emotionally detached to my decision that I'm going to have to consider in every aspect. No, I don't want to do that. That doesn't sound interesting. I like freedom. I like sovereignty. I like to do what the fuck I want, when I want, how I want. I don't need permission. I don't need to answer to nobody. I love that. That's the point. So yes, because it's my life and my life is about myself.
She been drinking. She's spicy though. She's spicy. Your life is your life, man. Shout out to you. I saw you when you cut your eye. I saw you. She's showing off for somebody.
Y'all, so I was having a conversation with this girl the other day, and the conversation was going nice until we got to talking.
Hold on. There are many women in their 30s without kids, okay? Alright, let's go.
Kids. So we were both in the same age range, like in our early 30s or whatever the case may be. And so we got on the topic of kids. And so she was like, well, how many kids do you have? And I was like, none. And she says, none. So she was like,
yo, way she set that up, that is hilarious. Yo, and here's another thing too, man. A lot of women who don't have kids, a lot of them who don't have kids, they do have some personality like this right here. They are fun to be around. They know how to have a good time, man.
And so she was.
Hey, not saying that the single moms don't know how to have fun too. Now, y'all good. Y'all know how to do it, y'all. Shout out to the single moms. I'm just saying the women who choose not to have kids, they know how to have some adult fun. They know how to really, really cut up. You know what I'm saying? Minus the kids.
How many kids do you have? And I was like, none. And she says, none. So she was like, what are you waiting on? You're gonna have to freeze your eggs. I'm just thinking like, well, that's a bit insensitive. But I wasn't offended. I was kind of tickled. So then I go on and proceed. I'm like, well, how many kids do you have? And she said 3. So I said, 3!
For sure.
And I wouldn't have did it. But it was just like, girl, why would you do me like that? So it was just like, for me, I am aware of the different culture. We're at this really cool age where as though like you can be in your early 30s and you could be spending your summers in Italy, childless, living your best life. You could be having a newborn.
Hold on. I just saw my cousin, single woman, somewhere. She had on a bathing suit, poolside, fabulous views, man. Shout out to Quanta Shay. That's my cousin, man. She is clean.
Or you could even be sending a kid to high school. You know what I'm saying? We at that weird age where it's just like there are so many different lanes for a woman in her 30s to be in. So I'm very much open to it, and she was just very close-minded, and she just felt like, I guess she felt like I was just wasting my life. Like, what am I doing? Not producing children. And my thing is like, what if I couldn't? You know what I'm saying?
I'm not even gonna go that route, right? I'm gonna ask this though. Once again, what's the purpose of a person? What's the purpose of a woman? Like, is it possible that some women are born to have kids and raise a family, right? That, like, there are some women who are born to be baby makers and they have a baby factory between their legs, right? You know, hence the reason why you got some women out here that have, you know, multiple kids, sometimes 10 kids, and then you have other women who don't supposed to. Like, their purpose is something else, right? No kids, just to be out here having fun, you know, maybe contributing to society in some other artful and meaningful way, minus the kids. Is that possible?
If I didn't want kids, but what if I had infertility issues? Which that's not my reality, but it could have been. Very interesting conversation.
Shout out to her, man. She's funny. That is hilarious.
One thing I've noticed about not having kids in your 30s is that people don't care about your life anymore. It's actually really funny. Because you'll go to gatherings and now people around your age, it could be friends, could be family, they have kids.
Okay.
So there are kids and babies at these parties, and your adult life is just not even on their radar anymore. They're all just collectively like, your existing life is boring. We have a new life, and it's much more interesting. And I get it. I'm not doing like why don't they care about me anymore? No, I get it. The baby's more interesting. I understand that. But it's just funny to see how disinterested people are in how your life is going.
All right, so he's talking about, you know, when you get with the friends and family gatherings, and he is the single, childless man there, or just say childless and single adult. Let's just use that. And everyone else is there coupled up and familyed up, and he's just over there just holding a Diet Coke. And they're by himself. No prospect in sight. And after he's talking about, you know, yeah, I just got promoted to general manager, or I just made another sale, yaka, 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 right? Meanwhile, other conversations going on. Well, you know, little Timmy just got potty trained, or we just put Susie in kickboxing, you know. We just put Bradley in taekwondo, you know. And he's talking about work. They don't want to talk about work. They're talking about kids.
If your life updates don't include like, oh, I've spawned a child, they don't. They're just like, oh, your job's going well. That's cool. Create a life, please. Because you'll see that they'll like ask you like, oh, how are things going? And then as soon as you start saying words, they're just like, oh, that's good. Can we go to the baby? And the baby's just like, bah. And they're just like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm not mad about it. One thing I've noticed about
Shout out to him. Shout out to him.
Now, this is for my child-free girlies again. All right. How many of y'all have been accused of you can't have kids just because we're child-free?
Okay, so the caption on this video is child-free women aren't child-free. They're infertile. Okay, let's see where she goes with this. It's a long one.
Will come along and they will be like, I think that she can't have kids. Or they'll say, is it that you can have kids or that you can't have them? Like, which is it, right? Pretty much under every video on TikTok, there's been several people that will come in and say stuff like that. They'll be like, I think, let's be real, I don't think none of y'all can have kids, blah, 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 blah. How many of y'all, leave your comments below, how many of you guys have been accused of this? Now, before I get into what I really think of that, I'm going to say this. To the childless women out there who cannot have kids, for whatever reason, you're infertile, you didn't meet the right guy in time, whatever it was, understand that what I'm about to say is not directed towards you. And it is not to invalidate your decision. I mean, your position. Because I understand that for some childless women, that is a very sensitive topic. And there is some shame or sadness or whatever it is for each individual woman in that situation, right? So please know that I am not trying to invalidate your decision. But I want people to know that if I ever went to the doctor and was told you can't have kids, I don't think y'all understand, except child-free women will understand how much of a weight off my shoulders that would be. How relieved that would make me.
Whew. Man, like she is doubling down on the idea that, yo, I do not want to have kids. And if it's just not in God's plan for me to have kids, hallelujah. Man. Next video.
So hear me out. I think one of the bigger reasons why so many...
And the caption on this video is why women aren't having children. Nature is forcing us to evolve. Alright, I like the caption. I love the caption. Let's see where she go with it. Let's go, baby. Make it good.
Women are not having children right now. We are a part of nature. Just like with nature, if the environment is not safe and fruitful and prosperous for animals and plants, they don't reproduce.
True.
Women were going through the same exact processes since we are a deep part of nature. This is how we require ourselves, both men and women, to evolve. We have reached a breaking point in society, and this is just not a time for us to have babies. We need to take a break. We need to recoup. We need to figure out what the fuck we want to do, and then maybe we can come back to it. It's just not worth it. Why would you go out of your way to sacrifice yourself to have a baby in a broken home, in a broken society, in a society that is not safe?
I'm gonna go ahead and just pause it right quick. She is a beautiful chocolate woman. Shout out to the chocolate woman. Alright, and she said that, yo, women need a safe place. A safe place, just like all nature, right? They need a safe place, just like plants. They need a safe and fruitful place that is conducive for life to bring forth. Let's go.
Is, filled with such uncertainties. Y'all call it 4B movement. I call it evolution. So hear me out.
Now, she said that women are just adapting to their environment, right? Women are evolving, okay? That's an idea. Women are evolving and adapting to their environments and to the times, right? Because it's not safe, it's not comfortable, right? That's what she's saying, right? I wonder if it's more safe now than it was back in the 1920s. I'm trying to think. Is it more safe? Was it safer in the 70s than it is now, right? With all of the technologies and that we have now. Air conditioning, cars, mobile phones, delivery services, hospitals, modern medicine. You know, is it more dangerous now than it was back in the 1800s? Or are women just choosing not to because they don't have to? Because they're not bound to the laws of their ancestors, right? It ain't it's not the early 1900s, right? Because women just started voting in the 1960s. For a long time, women couldn't have a bank account. They were property. You know, that's why it was so strange for, just to see a woman out by herself. That was taboo. Like, that was a streetwalker. You saw a woman out there by herself. Like, she ain't up to no good. She for everybody. But that's not today, right? That's not today's women. They don't have those laws today. They don't have those rules today. And they're just adapting to the laws, because we have more laws on the books now about safety than we have at any point in time in history. That's a fact. But let's see. Let's go.
The only reason I popped my balloon is because you said you wanted to have more kids, and I'm just done in the baby making department. My oldest is almost 17, and then my baby is almost 13. So I want a man that I can travel with and build a life with, but I'm not necessarily looking to have more children.
I think that's very understandable. I just happen to have so much to give, and I raise my children.
Right.
And I want to give a lot to children because I believe we have a responsibility to raise good children to have an impact on the world.
The only reason I popped my balloon is because you said you wanted to have more kids, and I'm just done in the baby making department. My oldest is almost 17, and then my baby is almost 13.
Hey, man, when you almost over, ain't no need to be starting over, man. Man, listen, that is for the birds. I know that's right, shawty.
And having kids is not all that it's cracked up to be. I have none. I don't miss it. I'm not a mother. I'm not a granny. And when they want to call me granny in an interview article, I say, call me witch, bitch, anything, but do not call me granny. It's by choice.
I love it. Let's run that back, man. She said a mouthful.
Not a granny, and having kids is not all that it's cracked up to be. I have none. I don't miss it. I'm not a mother. I'm not a granny. And when they want to call me granny in an interview article, I say, call me witch, bitch, anything, but do not call me granny. It's by choice that I'm not a granny, and I never...
Man, call me anything under the sun, but don't call me a grandma, because I am not a grandma. And it's by choice, too. Well, I bet you she's still living a full life, man. Look at her hair. She has great hair. Doggone.
Thank you very much. I so love that.
It look like she's probably in New York or something? It look like a New York type of chick, man. Shout out to her. Grandma probably still getting it in, too. You know what I mean? Probably got somebody probably about 10 years, 20 years younger, to come through. Yeah. Whatever. Next video.
one thing that I hate about being an older girl that ain't got no kids is I hate when dudes meet me and they think they hit the jackpot.
Let's go.
Like I told y'all before, I'm gonna forever speak my mind. So what I'm finna say is, I know some of y'all not gonna agree with me, some of y'all might is. I don't care who doesn't and who do. But I'm gonna get on this topic because somebody commented on one of my videos saying that having a kid is not a big flex. It might not be a big flex to you, but it's a big flex to me. And the reason why I say that, because I can move as I please. I don't have to worry about no babysitter. I don't have to worry about how I'm gonna buy my baby some milk or some Pampers or clothes, shoes, or whatever the case may be if the father not in the baby life. That's why it's a big flex. Having a kid is a big responsibility, and that's what some of y'all fail to realize as young mothers, old mothers, whoever the case may be. Like, y'all got to prepare yourself for that. Honestly, like, you got to be mentally stable to have a child. If you're not, you're gonna fail every time. And then another thing, I don't be feeling sorry for some of y'all females who go out and get pregnant by these dudes knowing that they ain't crap. Like, y'all got to start thinking for yourselves. Y'all got to start, like, being smart about the situation. Like, you notice the first time that this man not treating you good, or he not trying to be in your child's life, don't go have no baby by him. Y'all keep having babies after babies after baby by the same nigga who's treating you wrong when you deserve so much more. So y'all need to stop coming on.
Hey, man. Hey, man. She talking that talk, man.
I see this all the time. Stop going on the internet talking about, oh, my baby father not helping me with my child, this and all that. You put yourself in that situation. You only can blame yourself. Because at the time, I can see if you had one baby by him, by the person that's not treating you right. Hold up. But if you go out and get pregnant twice, 3 times, keep going.
Hold up.
You know what I'm saying? You putting yourself in that position to be hurt, to be broken. Man. Like, us females, we got to do better when it comes to having kids by these dudes. Because if you see a man, one thing about it, a baby is not gonna keep a man. So y'all gotta stop getting pregnant by these men and hoping that they would change, hoping that would be in y'all life. Cause in the end, you're gonna be stuck with a baby.
Ooh-wee. I had to turn the red light on, man. She talking that red pill talk. Wake your ass up. Let's go. Come on, baby. You talking.
On your own. So all I'm saying is, us beautiful black queens, we got to stop doing that to ourselves. We got to stop. And y'all wonder why y'all be miserable. Y'all wonder why y'all losing weight, gaining weight. Y'all wonder why y'all sitting around moping around, depressed and all that stuff. Y'all got to stop. Y'all got to uplift yourself. Y'all got to think positive. Y'all got to stop. Y'all got to think smarter. Stop having these kids back to back with a dude that's not treating you like the queen that you are.
Come on, man. I'm feeling that. Let's go ahead and give her. Y'all keep going back to y'all sorry baby daddy. Y'all keep going back to y'all sorry baby daddy, knowing he ain't about nothing, just to be in a struggle of. So y'all can raise some struggle babies in the struggle for 18 years. Now both of y'all, all 4 of y'all, all miserable in the face. Done raise some struggle babies that's probably going to man, look. Shout out to her. Shout out to her. Raising kids in the struggle. Like choosing to raise them in the struggle too. I'm gonna go back and have another baby with him so we can struggle some more. I want to be struggling with my baby daddy. If I gotta struggle with anybody, it's gonna be with him. Y'all sound crazy. And that's on Mary's Little Lamb, you heard me?
Gen Z and millennials don't want kids. So the birth rate, the fertility rate in the U.S. has been going down for years. It's now at a historic low. And what's really interesting when you get into the Pew Research underneath it is the reason people are not having kids has changed. So put up this graphic here and I'll talk you through it. People over the age of 50 who have not had children They say, look, it just didn't happen. Basically, I wanted to, but it was bad luck.
Okay.
Young people today say, I'm not even out here trying. I, period, full stop, don't want children. That
is a big shift.
That is a big change. There's a bunch of reasons. A portion of them cite the cost.
The cost of childcare is bananas.
It's bananas.
School is just, it's
crazy.
unreal.
A portion of them cite worries about the state of the world, climate change, and then 20% say, I just don't like kids.
And these are all fair reasons.
I don't know about not like kids.
The state of the world and climate change, meaning they don't want to add to our population because of the pressures.
Or they're just worried that the quality of life is getting worse and worse.
Next.
So 45% of women will be single and childless.
This is going to be the last one.
45% be single and childless by 2030. 45% women age 25 to 44. I really think it'll be more like 50%, y'all. Because at the rate that this is going, what is the benefit? Relationships are expensive. Starting a family is expensive. Shit, having a child, even as a single person, is expensive. And it's just if you really can't provide that child a good life, what the fuck are you having kids for? And don't say because you want to have kids. No, it's not a good enough reason. Because if you really can't afford that child, or really be there, be a parent, and be there, financially, what is the point? I don't know. Because I do know a lot of women, especially women that just got married or whatever, they were planning, if Harris, got elected, they were planning on having kids. A lot of people were, waiting to see the results of the election to see if they would have kids or not. And a lot of women said, you know what? If, these 4 years is no longer my window of opportunity, I just won't have kids. And I love that for us. I love that we can now say, I chose not to have kids because it wasn't the right decision at the time for me. I love that. We have come such a long way, y'all, for real. Because this was frowned upon so much, even 5 years ago. We've made progress. But yeah, I really feel like it'll be more like 50% because these men are just getting worse and worse and worse when it comes to even the bare minimum stuff in a relationship.
Damn. She just threw the damn men under the bus, man. I was about to go ahead and close out on her and let her just ride out. But she just brought up another piece to the puzzle as to why they're not having any kids and why they're waiting. She said that the men aren't good, right? And she said that women are making progress, right? Just the thought process is different from just 5 years ago. 5 years ago, we done transitioned to no. We keep seeing Gen Z, they're on track to have an even lower decline in birth rates, right? Is it a good thing? Is it a good thing? Is society moving in the right place, though? Can society sustain itself on this pace? Maybe we won't see it in our lifetime, right? Maybe we won't be able to see the full effects of not having any kids, or the next generation not having any kids, or maybe we will. Maybe we won't see, the people at the gas stations working. Maybe we won't see cashiers at the stores and the grocery stores. Maybe fully automated restaurants and fast food joints. Maybe that's just right around the corner, I keep seeing there's a fully automated McDonald's. I keep seeing that. They're going to perfect that. People aren't working. People aren't having kids. Hey, people aren't having kids. People can't fulfill jobs. And shoot, let's build more robots to do the work. Let's build some robots to drive these trucks. But before we do, let's put some women in these trucks, because women are getting into the trucking industry. They are definitely utilizing their time wisely, if you will. They aren't just sitting at the house being lazy, even though some of them are. Shout out to, you know, the young lady who said that, hey, I got time to be lazy, why not? I don't have anybody to take care of. But shout out to those other chicks, man, who said that, yo, I could spend my summer in Italy. God damn, that sounded nice. Spend your summer in Italy? Jesus, man. How amazing is that? Right? Spend a week in Italy, then spend another week in, I don't know what, Japan? How about go to France? What's another place? Beijing, China. Spend a week in Beijing, China. Then go to work. Then guess what? Then you go to Hawaii. Spend a week in Hawaii. And then these women, they don't have a kid. They don't have any kids to tag along with, to break bread with. Shit, they don't have a husband. Maybe just by themselves. Or maybe there's a significant other there, but it's not their husband. And they're like, yo, they just having adult fun. They done walk down that contraceptive aisle in Walgreens. You know, they done pick up the Plan B and the Hennessy, man. They done did it. And it's their prerogative. It's their choice. Is that feminism? Is it capitalism? Is it nature, nurture? We hear a lot of reasons as to why. You have some women, you have some women who talk about, they see the struggle of other women, other mothers, saying that, hey, being a parent, that's a struggle, man. It's a struggle being a mom. It's hard work being a mom. Even a mom with a loving husband, it's a struggle being a mom. Another lady, she said that whenever we see y'all, it's always bad news about moms. It's always bad news. It's never a great story. It's never, oh my God, look at that. And it's always work. So, women are making the choice like, hey, if I'm going to work and if I'm going to struggle, then damn it, ain't no need to be bringing no kids, because that's going to be more struggle. Ain't no need to be bringing any more mouths to feed over here, man. That's going to be more struggle, and we ain't down for the damn struggle like that, dog. We trying to go spend a week in Italy. We going to spend a week in Italy. Golly, that lady said a week in Italy. That shit just done something to my spirit. Golly. Go to Sicily. Eat some Sicilian pizza. What y'all know about Sicilian pizza, man? Shoot, man, I'm due for a trip back to Barcelona. What we talking about? Chill on the coast of the Mediterranean Sea, man. Man, that sounds nice. Ooh. And women are enjoying the fruits of their labor, and they're making decisions like that. And that's a beautiful thing, man. Hey, man, this is your boy, AK Harrison. Y'all was on another episode of BigMoneyTrucker.com, man. We switching lanes, dog. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Leave a comment down in the comment section, man. Are you one of those single moms or childless women? Let me say that. One of those childless women, right? Who is enjoying their free time, or are you childless and you want kids? Let me know. Leave a comment down in the comment section, man. Until next time, man. We out. Peace.